Welcome to the round of Arizona here at Phoenix for the third round of the 23rd season of the ARCSOA Elite Series. The big news item coming into this race is the fact that both the FBR and the BFM teams, the fastest, arguably the fastest four cars all year so far, have to start in the back because of a battery energy recycling system that was meant to charge, take old used brake energy that's generated through braking and reapply it to to create more horsepower. The battery systems in those aren't working. It's the system that arguably gave Kenny Myatt the win at Red Atlanta, but arguably also caused Noah Hart to blow up at or have battery problems at Daytona. And this weekend, all four cars have had numerous issues with their batteries. So their systems had to be replaced. However, the cars are still really fast. And coming from 33rd, 34th, 35th, and 36th on the grid, those four cars are going to be incredibly quick, I think, and fun to watch, as they are four of the best drivers in the series today. Without further ado, let's go down to the race here at Phoenix. It is a Will Hoyt Curtis front row here at Phoenix International as Jake Curtis leads the field. I think it's actually a Curtis Will Hoyt front row, but green flag is out. Looks like Will Hoyt got a better start than Curtis, and looks like Shock's already looking to maybe dive underneath Curtis for first position there. Curtis is, I believe, going to hold lead, though, because Shock is going to push him a bit there. Green flag is out. Down the backstretch, the round of Phoenix has begun. Looks like Hercules is diving underneath Shock. That's for third now, as Shock made a bad move to the outside, as now Arndt's trying to get the outside to work there. The Texas native as Will Hoyt's going to lead the first lap here at Phoenix, but it's been a great start to this race so far, as the field and drivers are working their way around this track. It is a very difficult track to maybe get around here, as they're still side by side. Will Hoyt and Curtis are. Curtis in the Viper Tech. Haven't seen a whole lot out of Curtis this year. His teammate has shown a few flashes of brilliance, but looks like Curtis is sliding around a bit, and Will Hoyt's going to lead maybe another lap here. Oh, that was so close, but I think actually Curtis got it that time as well. Pericles shoves Curtis up the track, and that's going to bump Will Hoyt out of the lead, as Pericles is going to the lead of this race. So Nick Pericles, a Floridian native, going to P1 here at Phoenix, and now Will Hoyt's going to follow suit to make it maybe a silver speed 1-2, as Curtis slides way wide trying to get by Nick Pericles, and looks like Curtis is actually going to hold on to second right there, as looks like 86 catching the wall as well. Caution one of the race would come up on lap 3, as well, 4 wide doesn't really work here, as Vince Freese would get turned by the 19 car and the 78, and around they would go. Very minor incident there, and the race would keep going. Very bad pit stops by the Silver Speed Brigade, and that's going to put them way down the order, as John Arndt leads over Vincent Allen and Aiden Shepard in third, with Scott Roush fourth and William Brock fifth, Faber sixth, Angel seventh, and you're going to go a long way back to place for Nick Pericles, but green flag is out again. Arndt didn't get a great start, Vincent Allen did, and Allen's already looking low on Arndt, but Arndt's playing a very defensive line there, and the 37 now is going underneath the 38. Lamas also doing well in 10th position, as Arndt is just playing him very defensively so far in this race. Great to see that. We're thinking that Kenny Myatt may have a cylinder going down in the 9 car. We're not sure of this. He was a little late getting back to the yellow, so maybe not as much, but actually he's running pretty comparable times to the people in the field, so actually he's running some of the fastest times, so I take that back. The FNS Marlins have been doing a great job this season so far, punching well above their weight. And now Vance Caldwell is in the top 10 once again here for the FNS Marlin Brigade. Great to see Vance Caldwell doing a great job. In the 10 laps of this race, DJ Curtis is all the way falling back to 22nd position. It is clear that car had a qualifying setup, and he didn't get a great pit stop either. Oh, we got a car grenading. It looks like one of the Action Terras in the back is up in smoke way in the back. That is Kirk DeMax in the 80 car. Tough break for DeMax. He is going to fall out of the race. Eric Monaco also was having a couple battery issues in his car. And he has to go in the grass to avoid Demax there. And did they throw a yellow for that, actually? Oh, yes, they did, as Polyakov has grenaded his motor as well. Yeah, Nico Polyakov's not having a great run, and, well, there goes Polyakov out of the race. That's what's going to bring out the yellow. Kenny Myatt, once again, had loads of problems on pit stops. He is way down the order. 2 laps down. Davidson and Monaco are 1 lap down with tire issues on the green flag stop there. Myatt, like I said, is 2 laps down. So this isn't going to be a great day for the Road Atlanta winner, as John Arndt is back again in the lead. Here comes Arndt back again to take the green flag here, and away we go. Arndt got a better start this time. Vincent Allen doesn't have a whole lot he can do there. And off they go, entering turn number 1. Arndt actually got to the inside there. And now we're seeing this race really pick back up in intensity once again. As there's a big gap from first to second, however. Looks like the big gainer in all this, looks like it's going to be Sean Angel, who's cruising around on the outside. Sean Angel and Brock, for that matter. William Brock's never won a race, driving for the Catholic Porsche team. And looks like Brock is going to try his best to try and maybe get his first win here at Phoenix. Oh boy, they're going to try 4 wide here. That's not going to work, boys. Oh, the 82 grenaded it! The 82 just grenaded his motor. The Nick Hercules car and Sanford slid in the grass back there. Looks like the 7 and the 44 also slid there. That's Torres and Alex Allen. But Nick Hercules, well, that was going to be... Actually, Tristan Wilhoit fell out as well with problems. And that's Wilhoit coming in. Tough break for him. Kyle Schock Jr. would also have some problems, so he would be on pit road as well. This is Kyle Schock Jr. grenading his motor, and that's going to hold up a bunch of cars as well, so lots of mechanical problems so far in this race. After taking into account all the mechanical problems, John Arndt leads for William Brock, Sean Angel in third. Fourth is Vance Codewell, however, he's getting passed by Kyle Bashaya, who I think has blown up in each race so far this year. With heat today, I'm thinking Zios might have a problem there. 6th is to Roush, 7th is to Lamas, 8th is to Baskinger, 9th to Thaber, 10th is Madeline Myatt. Maddie Myatt flying through the field from 35th position on the grid. As freaking predicted, Kyle Bashalia, who is running very well actually, would experience some mechanical problems. As you're going to see right here, Bashalia is going to break down. However, looking for him, there'd be an accident trying to avoid him, with Scott Roush going around with Lamas. Here's the incident looking at Roush. Roush would slide up, spin out into Lamas, and Thaber would have nowhere to go as well, so that brigade would, fall. I believe Lamas would definitely fall out of the race, and I believe Thaber would as well. I was wrong, Thaber stayed in the race. My apologies to Tyler Thaber, but Thaber is in it, as is Roush, so only Lamas fell out of that one. And that actually really helped Bashalia, because he could come in and get service done to his car. So John Arndt's going to lead again here. Kyle Bashalia's on the tail end of the lead lap. That's how that really happened. So now Kyle Bashalia's got to try and get by, or got to try and hold off Arndt here. His teammate Aiden Shepard's on the inside of him here, trying to also get on the lead lap. So both Zios cars are trying to hold on to lead lap spots right now. And they might actually do a good job here if Brock starts screwing around with Arndt here, but it looks like Brock is going to get by Bashalia quite easy here. However, Arndt's going to get by Bashalia here, although Bashalia is going really aggressive on the outside and is using some nice teamwork there with Shepard there. And Brock is trying the outside of the corner. No, that didn't work out well. That camera angle didn't. Now you've actually got DJ Curtis trying to get into third position as well. So Curtis has recovered quite nicely there, but it looks like both the Zios cars are going to definitely struggle there, holding off John Arndt, who has quickly become one of the best cars of the race so far. However, Brock is now closing in. Now Brock on the outside of the corner, and now Curtis is going to use Brock and play Brock as use Brock as a bit of a joker there, and Curtis is going to take over second, so our bull sitter up to P2. But now Brock's going to fight back on the inside, so It's been a very close quarters race here at the front of the field. Close racing for third is, it might be fourth actually, as Alex Allen now gets by both Sean Angel and Charles Samper. And Matty Myatt's looking very aggressive back as well, with Sebastian Torres looking very strong. So there's a couple of good, a little bit of contact there between the 5 and the 37. And the 5's going to get the wall because of it, and actually the 81's going to get collected a little bit into that as well. But no harm, no foul, and we actually do have a crash now. That is the 34. The 19. Cortez is in it. I believe somebody's smoking. No, that was Bobby Jones. And the 41's around of God. So the 19 would actually get bumped here by the 99, and Monaco would then turn these three into the wall. And the 34, Cortez, is now trying to avoid it here. And around, he gets turned off of Dodd's bumper. And Dodd's really slow, and the 19 hits him, and around he goes. Luckily for these two, they get back on the lead lap, but Shelley and Shepard, so they got really lucky there. On the restart, Jake Curtis would lead over Brock and Arndt. Arndt had a bad pit stop there, and now he has got to be struggling to get back up the order. There's Alex Allen. Position looks like is actually between Kieran Blake and maybe Jake Baskinger. Baskinger's a lap down. They're having some damage repaired. Torres and Madeline Myatt are having a pretty close battle there as well. So far, been a wreck fest in this race. And looks like Myatt's going to slide underneath Baskinger there. Baskinger didn't expect her down there. And the 81's going to go for that position. The 81 is a fast car right now. We missed this on the last caution round, but this also happened, and I think when the cars were grenading, maybe that's what brought out the yellow. Yes, it did. Or at the same time that the yellow came out, Bouchard got turned into the wall. Oh, Kenny Myatt with more problems than the 9 car. The 9 has more issues, and he is on the outside of the track. Oh, there's Pad Car going around. No car. Yes, there's a yellow. So Myatt and Pad Car bring out the yellow there. What happened to Eddie Shim Pad Car, the Daytona winner? So Pad Car, well, clips the apron and loses it. And it brought out the yellow. So DJ Curtis leads the field back to the green again here. That's Bobby Jones in second, going for his first win of his career. Third is John Arndt, who, gosh darn it, I keep doing that. John Arndt is third on the grid right now. Brock is in fourth. Arndt's won a few races in his rookie year. Brock is still looking for his first win, but Curtis gets a great start. Bobby Jones does not, and now we've got Brock going. Oh, this ain't gonna end well. That 5 wide. Oh, here we go. Here's a big crash waiting to take place. That's Monaco around. How is that not more cars? Can't even get 3 wide half the time to work here, let alone 5. Brock realized this, backed out of it, but it was a little too late for Eric Monaco as he would go around into the wall. Bobby Jones would be collecting that. And Bouchard and Cortez just did a great job avoiding Monaco there. Jay Curtis would once again lead on the restart, this time with Charles Samper in second. Third is a little further back. Roush. Roush is, of course, damaged running third. He didn't pit. As Dodd is Dodd in fourth? Yeah, Dodd is in fourth. Madeline Myatt's in fifth. And this is just really chaotic racing here. We didn't really expect this race to be such a crash fest, to be honest with you. It's been good racing when they've been going, but it's just been very aggressive racing. And Dodd in the damaged 41 car. Remember, a lot of these cars didn't pit, so that explains why. They're so far up the order. Bobby Jones, Sean Angel, some of these faster cars did pit. And kind of explains there. Oh, Haddix and Roush getting contact there. Haddix bumps Roush pretty much out of the way. Sebastian Torres is up to third position right now, having to hold off the 2 FMs, one of which is damaged. The other is just kind of held up in traffic. However, Dodd is making a move on Arndt, who dominated the first part of the race. As Dodd slides up the track there. just trying to hold off there, so I'm interested to see what the 81's going to do. 81 tried to get underneath 98, but 98 played very defensively there. Great move there as Alex Allen is battling with the 77 to lap him. Allen's teammate, William Brock, also is working his way up the order. He had a bad pit stop last time around. And actually, there's Madeline Myatt caught on the outside there. However, Myatt's actually going to clear everybody on the outside, so it shows kind of what kind of car Maddie Myatt's got. Alright, as we go a little further up the grid. As right now it's between Sanford and Curtis for the lead. Sebastian Torres, I believe right now, is one of the fastest. Actually, no, Dodd's faster than him. Dodd is actually Myatt's faster than Torres as well, but they are faster than the two leaders right now. With Vincent Allen a lap down, with Maddie Myatt 2 laps down, Torres could be a threat for the win here if he could get by some of this lap traffic. However, Torres would find Myatt with relative ease there. And he should be able to get by Vincent Allen with ease as well, because Allen is, of course, his teammate at Red Bull. And, actually, no, Myatt's fighting back. Myatt's got a fast car just when it wants to run. When it wants to run, that car is one of the fastest ones. Say, oh, Vincent Allen slides wide. That's going to be good for Torres to get right to the bumper of the 5 car of Sanford. Sanford has been overperformed by his teammate Padcar so far this season. However, Charles Sanford himself hasn't had too many bad runs. Another car on the move is Kyle Bisceglia. Bisceglia is doing a great job, and a little further back we're looking, well, not a whole lot or too well there, but Kyle Bisceglia is pretty quick as well. He's running some 26-second lap times, and he should be a threat as this race continues if he can keep his car running, of course, which Zeos has had a problem doing for him. Charles Sanford now is reeling in the pole sitter, DJ Curtis, as Curtis is going to have to deal with Dorian Bouchard. Bouchard has been kind of massively outperformed by his teammates so far this year. And Bouchard now is sliding to the high line, I think just trying to be a good back marker. He's an overall nice guy, but I think he's a little out of his depth so far in this series. Bouchard slides wide. And actually, oh, Sanford has to back way out of it there. That's going to give Torres a run on him there. Madeline Myatt got by her teammate as well. And, well, that was a very interesting move there, as it looked kind of planned there. The 41 let the 81 go, because I think the 81's quicker than the 41. Torres is all over the back of Sanford. Sanford's a little bit deeper into the corner there. Torres took it a little bit more conservatively. Now Torres has to get by Sanford while also dealing with Madeline Myatt behind him. Madeline Myatt is fast, to say the least. One of the fastest cars on the track right now. And Sanford seems to be pulling a bit on Torres there. However, Madeline Myatt would force it 3 wide to take over second position away from Sanford and Torres there, but Madeline Myatt had to go very conservatively in the corner. Torres is fighting back on the outside, but it looks like the 81 might get this position here, so battery problems or not, the 81 is fast here. She was really close a couple of times last year to getting her first win. Could Phoenix be that track that she gets her first win at? And now the 81 is challenging the 22 for the lead. And the 81, I think, bumped the 22 out of the way, but the 81's having a tough time controlling it herself there. The 81 gets it back under control, and it looks like Madeline Myatt now is going underneath the 22 for the lead of this race. Very, very impressive racing so far from the young Ohioan. And she takes it. Charles Sanford is falling back. William Brock, John Arndt, and Alex Allen now are picking up the steam a little bit here. The cars that pitted, it didn't look like that pit strategy really worked out well, but as these tires age on some of the lead lap cars, it's starting to become clear that maybe this tire run that they did, that tire stop that they did, is starting to maybe pay off there, but they're too busy battling each other really to get up the order. And that's their problem right now. Aiden Shepard actually is looking pretty quick as well. As Alex Allen now is trying to work his way through the field as well. You got Kyle Bisceglia back there, who's had a whale of a time trying to get by the lapped Myatt car. Kenny Myatt, that is. Sebastian Torres seemingly is trying to make a move on the 22 for second position. However, that's not really working out too well for Sebastian Torres. Darren Blake, Sean Angel, and Andrew Rowe are running 11th, 12th, and 13th. They are a little bit off the pace. Bobby Jones fell way back from his restarting position. Padcar hasn't been very quick today. Becca Haddock still on the lead lap. Great to see Haddock's up there. 17th is Cortez. And, well, 18th is Saber. 19th is Roush. And 20th is Ace Vito. The last car in the lead lap is Torres now. Seemingly is going to try another run here at DJ Curtis. As Madeline Myatt's loving seeing this behind her. Seeing the battling behind her. Madeline Myatt has been absolutely flawless in her rookie campaign last year, but she couldn't pick up the win. She was going to win Cleveland last year. Broke and got into a wreck with Eugene Max and Jake Baskinger. Probably could have won Road America had her father not have been in the race. And for a while there, she was faster than her father. I'm trying to think. There was a bunch of times that Madeline Myatt could have won a race. And now it's actually looking like the one time that's seemingly coming together so far. However, much to the chagrin of the 81 driver, there'd be a caution as John Arndt and Charles Sanford would go around there. Arndt would continue on, however. Here's the race off pit road. Madeline Myatt is not going to beat DJ Curtis off pit road. I believe that is going to go back to Curtis. However, William Brock in the Porsche Catnex car from 4th position would grenade on pit road and fall out of the race. Big plume of smoke behind his teammate, or right in front of his teammate. Tough break for Brock as he would fall out of the race. And now his teammate, Alex Allen, would have problems. He hasn't left the pit road yet, so now bad run for the Catnex Porsche team, and he would fall out of the race. A tough break for Alex Allen. So Curtis, who led off pit road, is going to have to deal with Madeline Myatt behind him in 2nd position, and Kenny Myatt on his inside a couple laps down. I wonder who Kenny Myatt's going to try and help here. This ought to be fun to watch, as Kenny Myatt is not going to make DJ Curtis's life very easy. And already you're seeing the 81 try and slide underneath the 22 there, forcing him up the lid. That's a bit of that's a great father for you right there, making the leader of the race very difficult. But Madeline Myatt doesn't seem to take advantage of that. Now Curtis is actually going to legit take the lead of this race. 4 wide further back. This is not going to be well in this regard. Oh, that's Baskinger dated to Bisceglia and God, but somehow they make that work. I don't know how they did that. Made it work. 3 wide now as Torres is trying to get by the lap cars of Vincent Allen and Kenny Myatt there. Of course, all 3 of them are on 3 different laps there. Dodd is in 4th. And 5th is Bisceglia. Bisceglia's going for a position there. Don't want to do that too often, though. As the 8 and the 9 were really leaning on each other there. Bisceglia's going to get Dodd there. And oh, Bisceglia shoving Dodd kind of up high there. And oh, but Dodd's fighting back. Dodd's fighting back. Torres doesn't look very fast either. This is some great racing here out of Phoenix. John Angel and Bobby Jones have worked their way up the order on that pit stop cycle with running 6th and 7th. His position now is Dodd as he's playing with Bisceglia and Torres. Torres seems to be pulling away, however. DJ Curtis is holding up a really good gap back to Myatt, so Curtis could end up winning this. And I was just going to report on Vincent Allen, his teammate blowing up, but now Torres has gone up in smoke as well. So, oh, big crash! 37 in it, the 3's in it, Art's in it. Oh, Haddox is in it. Cortez is in it. Actually, that was Davidson. Now Haddox is in it. And the 24 Monaco's in it. I was just going to comment about Vincent Allen, his teammate, grenading his motor. And then right as I was going to make a story on that, Torres breaks. And, well, he's trying to get to the inside. Angel doesn't have anywhere to go. And up and over, that's a big crash there. Torres would get out of the car all right. And there would just be a big stack up there, as everyone's trying to avoid. And there wasn't a whole lot of avoiding there. A lot of cars would fall out from this one. On board with Sean Angel now. And you're going to see the smoke from Torres. He's going to go low, but then Torres really isn't picking a line. But Angel also admittedly kind of ran into him. And around everybody goes. Man, is that Aiden Shepard avoiding that? Props to Aiden Shepard for missing this one. Look at what happens in front of him. Also props to Darren Blake for missing this one as well. Gets on the brakes. Maybe just taps the 7 or a bit there, but could continue onward. Shepard with a great avoidance. On board with Darren Blake now. You're just going to see the whole world in front of him just crash and burn, and around goes everybody. Blake with a great avoidance. We're coming to the yellow. Eddie Shempadkar would experience some engine problems, and he would fall out of the race as well, so a lot of mechanical problems in this race. Charles Sanford's on the tail end of the lead lap. Bichelli got a quick pit stop there in the 6 car. Green flag is back out again. The 81 is down to 3rd. And now DJ Curtis has to do his best to get up the order there. Or DJ Curtis has to do his best to get the lap cars. Looks like Curtis for Viper Tech is doing his best he possibly can, but Bisceglia just up to the lap cars on the outside. Kyle Bisceglia has a very fast car. Just hasn't had the luck this year to really use it to his advantage, and the Bisceglia car is very quick. You can also take out the 81 or the 41 in this. Even though the 41's got damage, the 41 is very... Gosh, that's another time that this happened. But the 81 and the 41 are very quick here. And you can't count them out either. So Curtis has a long way to go still, just under 20 laps. Over the 5 is holding up the both BFM cars of Todd and Myatt there. That's going to be very hard for them, as there's Aiden Shepard, the avoidance of the year, I think. Well, got a couple of really good candidates for that. Is Haddock. They're just trying to pit that just to bring it home. They're bringing it down pit road every lap just to try and work on it. So, tough break for Haddock as well. They're just going to keep doing that, I think, all race. Kyle Bisceglia now is all over the back of the 22 car. And this is going to be good for 3rd on back if they can get by. Todd's actually gotten by Myatt there. Sanford has been a nuisance, though, to lap car. In 11th position. He, of course, was on the tail end of the lead lap because of, he made his pit stop right as that caution took place. So Sanford is struggling there as Myatt's going to try and get Dodd again here for 3rd. I wouldn't say this race is over as Haddock is once again on pit road. Kenny Myatt's going to anchor these two as best as he can to try and get his daughter up the order. But this is a tough race. I'm wondering where Noah Hart's been all race. Hart's been out of the race for a while now. I don't know what happened to Hart, honestly. Probably blew up or something. Kyle Bisceglia now is diving underneath. DJ Curtis for the lead. This is what the fans came to see as now, well, it's kind of been a ruin fest because no one has been able to get by Sanford. No one who's ever in 3rd has been able to get by Sanford, but now Bisceglia is to the lead. However, Curtis is fighting back. Curtis is fighting back. Now, finally, Myatt gets by Sanford. Dodd's been struggling. Shepard's been struggling, and now it seems like they're all getting by Sanford. So now it's a battle to see if any of these 3 can catch the leading 2. Both 6th and the 22 have dispatched of the 9, who was playing anchor as predicted. However, the 81 doesn't look that fast either, to be honest with you. However, Chris Dodd would have some mechanical problems and would have to pit there. Tough break for Dodd. However, now DJ Curtis is all back once again on Bisceglia's bumper now. This has been a very close race between these two since the final restart. The 81 is not going to be easy to catch, or it's not going to be easy for her to catch. 4th is now Shepard, the Dodd fell off. 5th is Rose, 6th is Blake, 7th is Saber without a hood, and 8th is Ace Vito, 9th is Roush, and 10th is a lap down, being Beskinger. 78's coming out of the pits right, almost clocks out the 6th there. 78, I don't think the officials are going to be too happy with Minervini employing that strategy, but they are. It's a clever interpretation of the rules. We've seen it before, and we're going to see it again. There's only 2 laps to go. It's still between Bisceglia and Curtis there. No sight from 3rd. Bashalia, actually this is the last lap, take that back. I thought this was on 129 out of 130, but Kyle Bashalia, Curtis isn't going to be able to do enough here. Kyle Bashalia comes through 3 and 4. The Ohioan is going to win the round of Arizona here at Phoenix International Raceway. Second goes to Bashalia, third goes to Madeline Myatt. Looks like Thaber pitted. Fourth goes to Shepard, fifth goes to Rose, sixth goes to Blake. Seventh is going to eventually go to the Nissan Nismo, GTR Nismo of Ace Vito. Eighth is going to go to Roush. And, well, only 8 cars on the lead lap. Ninth is eventually going to go to Jake Baskier, and we got some crashing, I think. Someone's pissed off at Rowe. This is under yellow here, and Tyler Thaber, for some reason, was not happy with Andrew Rowe. And around he went. And they're going to call the they're going to call the 38 to the steward's office after that one. But great win for Kyle Bashalia. Let's go down to your full finishing results. Kyle Bashalia will win the race. Second goes to DJ Curtis. Third goes to Madeline Myatt. Fourth to Aiden Shepard. Fifth to Rowe. Sixth to Blake. Seventh to Ace Vito. Eighth to Roush. Ninth to Thaber. 10th to Baskinger. 11th to Sanford. 12th to Monaco. 13th to Dodd. 14th to Bouchard. 15th to Myatt. 16th to Haddock. 17th to Padcar. 18th to Jones. 19th to Arndt. 20th to Cortez. 21st to Angel. 22nd to Torres. 23rd to Davidson. 24th and 25th to the Allen family. That's, I think, the second race in a row where they finished that way. 26th to Brock. 27th to Caldwell. 28th to Baker. Cole Baker is not going to keep his second place in points, I don't think. 29th to Freeze, 30th to Hart, 31st to Lamas, 32nd to Shock, 33rd to Pericles, 34th to Wilhoit, 35th to Polyakov, and last to Eric DeMax. Let's go down to your points. So Jake Baskier leads the points. Second goes to Rowe. Still, I'm sorry if I said Baker was set. Well, second's actually Rowe. Third to Kenny Myatt. Fourth to Eddie Schimpadkar. Fifth to Cole Baker as he's lost a couple of spots. There's still a lot of competition up there right now. Sixth to Sean Angel. Seventh to Dodd. Eighth to Curtis. Curtis jumping at 16 position. 9th to Roush, 10th to Madeline Myatt, 11th to Torres, 12th to Sanford, 13th to Ace Vito, 20-spot game for Bashalia in 14th, 15th is Shepard, 16th is Cortez, 17th is Bouchard, 18th is Alex Allen, 19th is Darren Blake, 20th is to Nick Pericles, 21st to Bobby Jones, 22nd to Vince Freeze, who lost a whopping 11 positions. 23rd to Shock, 24th to Arndt, 25th to Davidson, 26th to Brock, 27th to Thaber, who actually gained 2 spots. Remember, Thaber also got a 5-point penalty after that race for wrecking Rowe after the checkered, so he had 5 taken away from that. That would have pumped him all the way up to, I believe, 22nd or something in the standings, so tough break for Thaber. 28th to Wilhoit, who has been strong in every race, really, except hasn't had the luck to finish any of them. 29th to Haddock, 30th to Monaco, 31st to DeMax, 32nd to Vincent Allen, same as Wilhoit there. 33rd to Polyakov, 34th to Caldwell, 35th to Noah Hart, how he's down there in 35th, I don't know. And 36th to Cody Lamas, who's still sitting on a whopping -3 points. But, yeah, Noah Hart, 4 points. He has had a lot better results than that, to be honest with you. Hart, I still think, can be a serious championship contender. He's just had a bad 3 races. Anyway, without further ado, we will be going to the round of Oklahoma next, back to the Norman Moore Speedway. We'll see you then.